Hey guys, Kevin, Colks Pinball. It is time. Time for another playfield swap. No big deal view. This is a game I really like. I know I already did part one where I bought it and I got it up and running. Kind of went through like what's it gonna need. It's been a couple of months. I just went through 5 games for the same customer. So getting that stuff knocked out of the way, and I was kind of debating. I do have a new playfield for 8-ball, but I just did the oddball project not too long ago. I do have a playfield for Meteor, but I just did the customer I was talking about. I did his Meteor. This one's been up and running good, updated code, stuff like that, but there's a lot of stuff I want to do with that. I'm going to go a little bit overboard on it whenever I do it, maybe. So, Knight Rider. Realistically, this should be pretty quick. It doesn't really need much. And as far as just swapping the playfield, that's going to be really quick. That's not going to be a problem. So things going on here. Obviously, it's getting new plastics. The pop bumper caps are new, but it's getting new bodies and red skirts. I have all new bright white posts that it's getting, and I'm going to try blue rubbers on this. A lot of people do that, and it looks pretty good. And then, of course, the obstacles. So that's going to be pretty normal, straightforward. If there's any additional stuff that I need to do while I'm in there, there might be some brackets I need to toss in the polisher. Not really much, but that playfield just looks, it's behind a sheet of glass, but that playfield just looks so good. And then the plastics are nice and bright white. So other things, I do have a new coin door for it. This one's kind of, it came with it. I didn't buy it, but this one's kind of dented up around here. So that needs done. One thing I'm going to look at doing is trying to find this red, like an exact match. Because as you can see, it's like, it's mainly just, the white has a little bit in it, not too bad, but it's mainly the red. So I'm thinking, take the whole thing out to do the coin door and tape off and repaint just the red. And, kind of take that care of, because this is just really rough. Another thing, that back glass is pretty much, it's perfect condition. I mean, there is no marks on it that I've been able to find. But, let's see if I can just open it here. I'm not sure if I showed this to you guys. Yeah, oh, it's hitting the other game. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. There we go. Yeah, and this door sags, so I'd like to kind of tweak that a little bit too here. I'm probably not going to be able to show this right now, because you have to unlock this and then turn around, reach over. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it. Maybe with my left hand. There we go. Let the door open the rest of the way. Oh, I need to order wolf packs. I don't have any wolf packs for this. And this has unmatching things as it is. So, okay, sorry. I gotta do this. I gotta be gentle here. Yeah. It is soaked in masking tape. So, before I just buy a new one, because it is very dim and it already has really bright LEDs in it. So, I do have some 5-volt cob LEDs that I use for like my boxes that I 3D print and I put in there. You see like that one has a cord on it, that one has a cord on it, so you can plug it in with the USB. I was thinking about adding, just take like some painter's tape and just hang it up there and see if it makes any better. And just add like a cob LED kind of going back and forth. If it looks horrible, I'm probably going to end up replacing that. Just being honest, because I don't know, it bugs me how dark it is. I literally put dimmer bulbs in Meteor so you didn't see how bright and nice Meteor was next to how dim this was. And I really want this to be a bright white, crisp game. So that does bug me. So on that note, while we're in here, that bugs me. So that wiring needs done. I'm going to do a different rectifier that is not a clip-in. And then how they have this harness on there where it goes like all the grounds into one plug, then one plug spreads back out to the factory wiring. I'm going to put all that back to factory. So then on top of, besides that, I mean, it has all tech boards in it. So that's good. No big deal. Gonna make sure I can just close this. Yeah, this is sagging a little bit. So that pin is bent. So not great. So I'd like to see about, I'm not sure about how to fix that, but whoa. Guess I should lock it. There we go, locked. So, trying to get around here. So like I said, I have a new playfield, new plastics, new coin door, new sticker for the coin door. It's gonna get all the obstacles, all that stuff. I think these are pin scores in here. So, but these all work. I'm just going to order a set of wolf packs. And I'm thinking right now I'm going to stick with orange. Just kind of keep it, yeah, it'll be crisp, you know, whatever, and white. But besides that, kind of keep it on the original side as far as that's concerned. Because I'm not sure I want to do blue or orange. Not orange, but none of the other colors are really jumping out at me. That would look really good in this. Even with doing custom colors like I do on some games. So I think I'm just going to stick with a classic orange. Worst case scenario, if I change my mind, I can put orange in something else. And, you know, it's not a big deal. I go through so many early Bally Stern games, SS Bally Stern games. I can use it in something else. But I don't like that back glass. I just wish I knew about that before I had that playfield. But I was on the wait list for the playfield, and then they emailed me, hey, it's back in stock. So I instantly bought it, and then I think it pretty much went right back out of stock within a couple of days. So it's not part of my wasn't part of my shipping. So we'll see. But yeah, that's why I was like, well, I'll try the LEDs. I have them. I can just hang it up with painter's tape. That way it's a temporary thing. But for now, what's going to go on? Well, I'm going to straighten this back up, I guess. I may move it away a little bit. That way I can open up the door more often since we're going to be doing the rectifier and stuff. But I'm going to take the playfield out and set up my two rotisseries out here and get that ready. And then really, basically what I'm going to do is be like, okay, this is a tall post. And then I'm going to grab a tall post and install the tall post. And I'm going to go, okay, as I take it off, this one's a small post. Grab a new one, put a new one on, and just go back and forth. And as I take everything off of here, I'll just grab a new one out of the box, put it on the new playfield. So it'll go pretty quick. I have new drop targets for it. That's pretty much it. I mean, the spinners, the pop bumper caps, everything else looks really good. The flippers, like everything's strong. So the inserts are so cupped. It is crazy. But let me get this stuff moved out into the room. It's also kind of bugging me. Like I don't want to just slide this over with one hand, and I'm worried it's going to tip off. So give me a minute. Okay, so we are now set up in the middle of the arcade here. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. So note to future self: go ahead and pull the plastics off and the apron and all that stuff before you move it over. You don't have to, but it's like, you know, now I'm kind of like clamped onto the plastics right here, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit loose at the moment. That way I can go ahead and pull that stuff off and clamp it down solid. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, get the apron off, because right now it's just level and kind of snug, but I don't want to break those. I mean, this will get lit up and hung on the wall somewhere. I'll find room for it, but I don't want to break these plastics. They're good originals. So no reason for that to happen. So on that note, I need to get out my box of posts and everything, get that kind of set up and ready to go. And then, yeah, like I said, strip the plastics. I would say take a ton of photos, but I mean, come on, there's not really much going on here. I mean, this stuff doesn't even really need, you know, I was thinking maybe throw these in the tumbler, but even these look like they're fresh. I mean, maybe throw these in the tumbler. Those have a little bit of a dull look to them, so I'll probably throw those in. That has some dots, but I think I'm just wiping that off. So yeah, I'll probably just a couple of those, throw them in the tumbler. Nothing else really needs it. I'll take a look at the wire forms and all that stuff, but I'm gonna say, and usually all my games have yopsicles in them before. Oh, forgot. Before I start doing this, but so that will be a little bit of time. But I know people freak out about this, but I'm gonna move over all the old stuff, braided wire and all. I'm just gonna slide it over to that one, not bolt it down, but just slide it over to that one. Once it's on that one, kind of where it needs to be, then I'll start trimming all the wires, making those organized, and then I'll start screwing down and doing the obstacles. And then once the obstacles are down, then I will replace the braid. So just how my brain works. I've seen too many play fields where it's all pencil drawn on the bottom and all that stuff. I'd rather just get all the LEDs down where they need to go, and then I will just remove, let's say 5 or 6 inches of braid, and then lay down 5 or 6 inches of new braid. In this case, since it doesn't have the obstacles, I won't even need to remove it, because I'll just be like, okay, it's supposed to be going, you know, in this V right here. Well, I don't even need to undo it, because it's not going, you know, I'm not using those sockets. So I'll just be able to lay the new stuff down and kind of use the other stuff as a template. But we'll get there in a couple days. Like I said, this is really not going to take that long, probably. But and in knowing that, I'm not in a hurry. You know, it's just whenever I start working on something, I usually tend to, you know, kind of plow through it pretty quick. So I'm just gonna, yeah, that can go in the polisher too, probably. Maybe in this guy. That looks pretty good, so maybe not that one. But it's just, I'm gonna find more and more stuff to kind of, little stuff that's gonna take up time. But if you just wanted it playable, that'd be really quick. So, but there'll be a lot of little stuff that I'm gonna do to make it a better game and improve it, make it a little bit nicer here and there. And geez, how dished these are, it's just crazy. So, well, I'm about to sneeze, so I'll see you later. Okay, so for the most part, got most of this removed. Gotta do pop bumpers, that little area over there. But this looks more impressive than it is. Most of these are T-nuts, and I haven't actually put the T-nut in from the bottom. So a lot of these are gonna have to just come back off and put the T-nut in, you know, from the bottom, hammer them in. So it looks a lot more impressive than it is. I'd say at least half of them are T-nuts. But yeah, I got that's fully done. Had to like kind of heat it up and push it into the plastic to get all those metal spacers in. So that part's done. So the next thing I was looking at, I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to take this stuff off and hammer it and stuff like that, I need to do these 3 nails that go on all 3 of these pop bumpers. I can't find my bag of those. And you know, I buy them in bulk. I usually buy at least twice as many as what I need. I can't find them. So I started rummaging through all my bags and stuff like that, because with working on different games, going to people's houses, and, you know, sometimes I grab the bag, it gets thrown into my carry bag, and then it's not in my storage room in the bin where it's supposed to be. So I started going through all my parts that I do have, that I know I need, like flipper rebuild, drop targets, yopsicles. These discs, I take the wires off and I solder these directly inside the pop bumpers. I got a bag of GI lamps. If I want to replace all those, probably will. Just kind of going through everything. Well, the skirts and bodies are still over in storage. I know I got plenty of those. Those are like $1 each. So I just, you know, buy 20 at a time. So, but I think I'm going to have to place probably just Pinball Life. They're somewhat local, so I get their stuff like really quick. But that being said, because I was even going through Like that's a big bag of rubbers. That's all brand new. There's tons of bulbs in there that are brand new. I have bags and bags and thousands of incandescent bulbs. If anybody wants these and you're local, let me know. You can have all these. There's so many that I throw away. Like this bag is full of flashers and everything. I've got multiple of those bags, and if I went to my trash can, I probably got another bag of those. But yeah, these are the GI screws. I use these because whenever I'm putting the obstacles on the back of playfields, I use all those. I know they don't go all the way through. So I buy, yeah, that's a bulk of 1,000. That's not my first bag. Another flipper rebuild kit, a bunch of 2 SMD comets, some extra coils, switches, playfield. This is just stuff I haven't put away. Well, and then trash. Well, this is like good, but I don't want to throw it away. There's like good used stuff over here. So I got some Bally brackets and used coils and stuff in there. So I was going through my carry bag because there's my fluke and a bunch of fuses and stuff. And I got my painting supplies back there. Yeah, I need to, because that's why I kind of need to work on cleaning all this stuff up. Because that's not my storage room. That's in my arcade. Well, it is now, but most of those were all in the boxes, and the boxes were tucked away with the paint and whatever. You guys don't care. So I think I'm gonna have to place a Pinball Life order. I wouldn't mind seeing, I know I can get them, but I'm hoping I can get them from Pinball Life, but maybe replace these spinners. Yeah, it's got a nice sticker on it, but the rest of it's kind of rough. So I might see about buying those, or wherever I get, whoever has the spinner, get the nails from if I can. It is a nail because you hammer it through the playfield, but then it's threaded for a machine nut, whatever I want to call them. But I think that's it. I mean, nothing else on here. I've been going at this, I don't know, I've been down here for like 2 hours. I mean, this game's so freaking easy. Yeah. Of course, well, I took the apron off like I was telling you guys. I took all the plastics off. Yeah, some of this stuff needs to go. Not that, that's fine. But some of this stuff needs to go in the tumbler. That needs to go in the tumbler. All the old ones. Even these, though, like, yeah, they look bright white, but like up close, they do have a grayish hue to them. They're not like a pure, like, see, like right there, that looks like gray. Like a very light gray. So, I don't know. But, I mean, look at them over here. Actually, even over here, it looks like almost a light gray to blue. Kind of reminds me of like dryer lint. But I mean, once you put the plastics on, put the bulbs, then, GI and everything like that, it'll be good. So, but yeah, besides the fact I can't find I'm going to look for them more, but I'm probably just tonight before I go to bed, I'm just going to place a Pinball Life order and get those coming in. So some other miscellaneous. I don't think I need anything else. I might order, I was going to order bodies because I don't have a lot of those left. I don't think I do. I found a handful. I found enough to do the game, but go ahead and order more. So, not a big deal. Nothing else popping up. I was debating, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about maybe just throwing on 2 new red switches. Just because they look nice. You do see these when you're playing. You got the one. That's somebody's signature, and I'm horrible with names. I can't think of his name right now, but the one red post. That's like somebody's signature. They did that on all their games. So I'll move that over, but I can't think of the game. It's like, it's not like Steve Rich here or whatever, but, crap, I can't think of it. The little red post, whatever. But yeah, you are supposed to have one red post on a lot of these old ones. Let's see, I don't know. Well, you wouldn't be able to tell because all of them are red. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's on 8-ball or Matahari or something, but unless if it was a different style. But yeah, whatever. Okay, on that note, yeah, I'm not in a hurry to get this done, so it's 8 o'clock at night. I mean, I've started at like 6:30 or something, started it right after dinner. I just can't believe how the inserts are so sunk on this game. Yeah. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and place a Pinball Life order. Maybe I'll get a sticker that I don't have. The other day I got one that looked like White Castle, so that was pretty nice. So, but yeah, I don't need anything else off the top of my head. I can't, going over the game, I can't think of anything. So, ooh, I got to check. The chimes do need rebuilt. I've got tons of bags of, I got to check, see if I have those washers. Because these need to go in the tumbler also. So yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and throw it on the list. Because if I have one, well, I'm about to use one, so I'd like to have one laying around extra. Oh, maybe a new sticker kit, because those are just sticker. Those three, that one, how it's real far off, it's just a sticker, it can come off. So I should order a new Bally sticker for this thing too. That's probably going to have to be Marco or something. I don't think Pinball Life's going to have that. I need to write all this stuff down. I'm going to call it a night. I will see you guys later. I'll probably work on it more this weekend, so I'm not going to call. This isn't going to be the end of part 2. I'll get more of this done before I post it. So, see you guys in a minute. Okay, so this is going to be, I assume, a pretty good example of why you need a parts tumbler. A little walnut, brass polisher thing. They even have them at Harbor Freight for $40. Mine was a couple hundred, but it was used. I got it on Marketplace for $40. The lid was broken, which honestly, I just grabbed a thick piece of ABS plastic off Amazon and put a piece of foam backing on it. That was, foam. It was like a roll of foam that was sticky on the back, and I just put that on there. That's my lid. It was like $15. But see how bad that is. Those aren't too bad. Those are kind of shiny. But for the sake of dirt, I am going to wipe these, just kind of take a, just hit us with glass cleaner and just wipe them off just so there's less dirt in my polisher. But I'll show you what this looks like in a couple hours. And just so you think I'm not trying to cover stuff up in dirt, that's after I wiped them off. Surface rust on one side. So this is but that's after I wiped them off, the 4 bars. So, okay, so I got a couple hours in on it today. Probably gonna call it quits. I'm not in a hurry on this. The chimes are still in the polisher. They needed a little bit more time. These came out pretty good. I mean, that's where that rust was, but I mean, look pretty good. I now have all the T-nuts installed. Metal rails are installed, aligned, like height-wise for the ball. Let's see if I can flip this without dropping it, because I don't want to do that. So, T-nuts are installed. Got that much done. So, the next thing really for me to do, I can pull off the trough stuff. I don't know if that's gonna, probably take my actual wire wheel, try to buff those. Because I think I'm gonna do that to this too. Try to get all that cleaned up. So I might remove it. I'm gonna have a lot of this coin door and everything off. So I might just go ahead and remove that and just soak it in evapor rust for a while. Because like I said, I did go ahead and just order new blue rails, because these do have a few sections of paint. They're kind of beat up. I mean, they're in good shape, but I mean, everything else is new. So for $80, and I went ahead and told him to do 8-ball rails. I did hold off on Meteor mainly because once I get these 2 games done, it's probably going to be close to the end of the year. Then we get into the holidays, and I want to take my time on this. So I'm not even in the mood to order these yet. And yeah, anyway, So I went ahead and I just ordered the Fonzie ones, and I ordered these. So it's going to be a week or so at least before I get those, I assume. So left a bulb in. Oh, here's something I'll show you. If this will flip without me dropping on the floor, because now I got something in my right hand. It's falling. Okay, give me a second. It's holding itself up. Okay. The reason that happened was I just had this kind of in the middle of the room. I was doing like a reel with them side by side. So they had been moving around a lot and they were loose. So what was I about to say? Okay. This bugs me. But I don't know what I want to do about it, really. Like obviously once this gets a new pawl, a new switch, I can take the bracket off and buff it. It'll get a new plunger, you know, rebuilt kind of thing. So it really just comes down to like the sleeve on here. So, but that just, you know, that's a whole brand new thing. Obviously, you know, this one needs a new bushing. So I'm not 100% sure. I was actually kind of looking to see if I had a old coil and just put an old coil on that one. Because once this one has all new parts, I don't know. I have a buddy that was doing, well, he had a link to print out new coil like stickers. So I can maybe put different stickers on both of them. I don't know. I have a bunch of 4500s on them, but they have Stern labels. So they look like this, but they say Stern. I was trying to see if that one said Stern. It doesn't, so. Yeah. So I don't know, like how OCD do I want to be about this? I did wish they looked the same. As far as, yeah, once I do a new switch, polish it, new bushing, you know, kind of rebuild this one, it'll be as clean as that one, but it's just mainly going to be that sticker that's going to be different. So I don't know, give me something to think about. So that's about it. I was getting ready. I was kind of debating if I wanted to go ahead and start removing all the screws and getting all this loose off the bottom. I was debating if I wanted to just go ahead and pull off the rails and just put these rails on that one. But I think what I might do is once I get the bottom moved over to that side, and then I can put this one, you know, get the stand out of the middle of the room. You know, then I can start doing yopsicles and blah, blah, blah. And once I had that one, so to speak, completely done as far as I can go besides the rails, then I'll come over here and I'll just start working on like the cabinet and that and the rectifier and all that stuff that needs done. So that'll put me out a couple weeks as it is anyway. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do as much as I can, get this one out of here off the stands. So then I just have that one on the stand, or I could even put it in the game. I think that's going to be the way to go. But I don't know, I'm probably 5 or 6 hours in at this point. Not bad. Yeah, these are on here because they have to, the posts have to be like heated up and pushed through the plastic, so that way you can put in the spacers and stuff. I don't know, one little thing about being nitpicky to get rid of them. So let me find the old ones. A lot of these screws I've been replacing, because if you look at that, not only is it like hollowed out and slightly rusty and brown, but yeah, so, and I got a bag of that length of screws, so I've been replacing a lot of them. I haven't done all of them yet, but that was kind of something I noticed towards the end, is like these that are on top, like this one, those 5, you know, let's go ahead and replace those with something a little bit nicer since they're not getting caps. So, but that's it. Yep, I gotta rebuild the chimes while I'm waiting on that stuff, because I went ahead and ordered a chime kit, because I know I think I was down to 1, so if I'm going to use it, I might as well order a new one since I'm placing an order. Yeah, and the fin shank bolts, fin shank screws, I think they call them fin shank screws. I ended up ordering a bunch of those. I never tightened those down. I ended up ordering a bunch of those. This is what sucks. Marco, $2 each. Pinball Life, less than $1 each. But Pinball Life doesn't have all the parts that I need, so I either have to pay the $15 shipping twice, or just, you know, so I only bought the 9 that I need for today. I'm going to hope I find my bag, or I'm just going to wait until I need them from Pinball Life. Because I don't know why Marco's double for those things. So, but anyway, worst case, I mean, there's no way I would reuse those. Those things are gross. But there you go. Everything's going fine, smooth, nothing crazy, nothing weird. So just taking my time. I guess the rails will slow me down a little bit. I did order new decals because I'm going to rip these off and then polish these spinners, repaint them. They're not hooked up. But I did order new stickers. That way I can strip those down, clean them, repaint them, put the stickers back on. I wish the stickers had like a number. You know what I could do? Get a set of like, measure it, maybe get like a set of 3/8 white numbers and put, you know, like 66 on there or something, you know, to be like Route 66. Oh, but is that an interstate? Is that on an interstate? I don't know. Make something up. I don't want to be childish and do like Interstate 69 or 420 or something. But that's what I was kind of thinking, like Route 66. I could put 270 on there because that's the main highway around St. Louis, out where I'm at. But I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that to get little white numbers, or I really just would have to measure these and see what size these are. It's probably the same size sticker. But anyway, there you go. I talked for another 6 minutes. So, yeah, I'll give you an update. Probably because what I'm going to do, the next update, I'll probably have all that loose, and I'm getting ready to slide it over to the new one. And that's kind of where we'll go from there. And then once it's on the new one, I can start just getting rid of all the stuff that I'm not going to reuse, get rid of all the braided wire, get rid of all the sockets and all that stuff on the new playfield. So, okay, see you later. So these were in there for probably about 4 hours. They were pretty rough. These are probably like the worst ones that I've tumbled. I mean, they are a lot better, but this is the rough side. You know, that was the side with the chime on it. So, yeah, these are definitely seen better days. I mean, they have a reflection to them now, at least. Those were in there for about 4 hours because I had grabbed these, made sure these were clean, and got these installed. And you always have to clean out these flaps, or else they don't flap. But yeah, I wish these were nicer. I mean, it's a chime, so I'm not sure I really want to just replace them, because I think they're like $10 or $12 each. But I don't know. I think if I end up going pretty crazy on this game, if I end up like redoing the whole entire cabinet or something, then I might. But for now, I mean, they'll work once they're in the cab and they're got everything around them. But yeah, they're shiny, but there's just a lot of pitting on there. So I don't know if starting with a rougher media would be better and try to, you know, it's almost like a rougher grit to even them out. But I mean, it's better than what it was. So, and the tumbler's pretty much free. So not the tumbler's free, but the labor's free. Because I saw somebody was asking the other day, like, do you tumble your old balls or do you buy new ones? And at $1 each, yeah, you just buy new ones. Like, no big deal. Even like chrome Ninja balls, which look amazing, those are like $1.50 each. No brainer. But if you have a tumbler, it's free. So I always just, any of my old balls, I throw them in the tumbler, let them go for a couple hours, pull them out, and they look amazing. You know, better than this. Like this one probably, I don't know off the top of my head, but like that one probably was. That still looks a little, probably not. But yeah, I just been throwing them in the tumbler and they come out and look great. And that's just something that's, so to speak, free. I already have the tumbler. It's zero labor. Throw it in there, hit start, come back a couple hours later, wipe them off, save them for later. But yeah, I even bought brand new balls from Pt2. PBR and the brand new ones, I threw them in the tumbler and they looked better when they came out of the tumbler. So why not? I mean, unless you need it right now and can't wait 2 hours, even a Harbor Freight tumbler is like $40. But obviously, that's 40 new balls. I wouldn't buy it just for balls. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. But if you're doing brackets and, top rails and, all the little pieces and miscellaneous stuff like this that needs polished, and who knows what else you're going to be working on. Yeah, they're nice to have. So definitely worth it. I got mine off Marketplace for really cheap. So, but anyway, this is going to go ahead and I'm going to conclude for now the topside, or let's just call it part one, or well, I guess part two. Part one was we got it up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. This video is good, probably half an hour already as it is. So in the next video, we're going to start taking all that off, bag up all the screws, slide it over to that one, and that way I can get that one out of here and get it out of the room. So that'll be, let's face it, that's going to be today. That's what I'm going to do today. This morning, I'm just wrapping this up, but anyway, there you go. See you guys later. Like, subscribe. Please follow the new Colks Pinball page on Facebook. The old one, I no longer have access to. So anyway, see you guys later.
Something unpredictable, but in the